Okay, I think we shall start the lecture. I'll share my PPT. Okay, I hope you have PPT on your device. Mechanical system example. Is it visible at your end?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so yesterday's lecture we have seen certain physical systems, that is electrical and mechanical. We have seen individual examples and we have seen the analogy between them, how we can change, how we can relate mass to voltage or current, how we can relate, say, damper, spring, displacement in terms of electrical quantities. That is nothing but analogy. So today we'll solve one example on this, and later on we will move to the next topic of the unit, that is signal flow graph. So here is one of the example of mechanical system. You will find similar kind of example, similar rules you have to adopt. So this example is given where reference node is this, wherever is a like earth like structure is there. This is the reference node where there are two masses m1 and m2, and between m1 and m2 I have one damper called b12, and one of course it is a translational spring, that is k12. It is not a angular motion, it is a linear motion. So as I have two masses, there are two displacement x1 and x2 respectively. Force is applied here, and one spring k1 is connected to the reference node and the mass m1. So considering mass m1, there will be a damping factor b1, and considering mass m2, there will be friction, of course, called damping, is b2. So these are the components of this mechanical system, and we have already seen the rules. I'll just flash back to that. The rules are these one. Step 1, identify the number of nodes. Number of nodes are nothing but number of displacements. Okay, then displacements and the reference nodes are identified, and later on all the components are connected as we have seen in earlier this PPT. Step 3, and later on you may write Newton's second law of motion at each and every node or displacement, we can say. So let's come to the example again. So this is the example. So you can see, I'll erase the ink. I have identified the component first. Then I have two displacements here, that is x1 and x2 with reference node. This is the reference node. So I have two nodes here, x1 and x2 I marked here, and one reference node is here. Now you can see here reference node and mass 1, ये दोनों के बीच में we have k1, so connected. This is reference node and mass 1 is nothing but what, this x1 node 1, we have connected k1, this one. Okay, then we have damping b1 between same, that is x1 and the reference node. So I have damping factor b1 between reference node and x1, and we have one mass connected between the same node, and so we have m1 connected between x1. So you can see x1 and reference node, we have three components, that is m1, another one is k1, and another one is b1, that is a damper. Now let's come to the x1 and x2. Between x1 and x2 we have b12 damper and k12 spring. So thereby we have connected b12 damper between x1 and x2 here, and k12 spring between x1 and x2 here. Later on, let's see the x2 and the reference node here. So between x2 and reference node we have mass, so this mass m2, We have force applied. So this is force applied, and we have damping factor B2 here. So we have connected B2. So this is the simple representation ready for what? Deriving the equation by applying Newton's rule. So the model of this system, we identified number of displacements are 2, thereby number of nodes are 2, that is x1 and x2, and we have done with this step. Now only we will apply what Newton's rule here. So I'll erase the ink once again, so to reduce the confusion. So I have what? M1 connected to x1. So we can write here M1 x1 double dot. Here there is double dot. It may not be visible at your end properly. That means what? It is double derivation. Then another component, I have B1 connected in reference node and x1. So that can be written B1 x1 dot. We have seen these rules. Then we have K1 between the same nodes again. So K1 x1. So up to this, we have finished these 3 components. But 2 more components are connected between x1 and some another node, that is x2. And that is written x1 minus x2 is the, say, equation. So let's see for B12. B12 के लिए हमें dot लेना पड़ता है, that is single derivative. So damper है B12. In bracket we have x1 dash, sorry, dot minus x2 dot. So इसका effect हो गया है. Let's do it for K12. K12 के साथ spring constants के साथ direct displacement हम रखते हैं, as we have already seen this relation. So K12 into x1 minus x2, and there is no force applied in this side. Of course, there is no force applied in this side, so it is all equal to 0. So we get this equation by applying Newton's law at node 1, that is x1. So इसके बाद x2 का रोल आता है. So we'll apply the Newton's rule at x2. So x2 को देखना है हमें. So x2 को क्या क्या कनेक्ट है? I will erase the previous ink. x2 को क्या connect है? We have force, we have B2, we have M2, we have B12 and K12 in opposite direction. So, and here force is there. That's why what we will write, F is equal to M2. M2 के साथ x2 लिखना है. How we write? M2 x2 double dot. Then B2 के साथ x2 लिखना है B2 x2 single dot plus B12. अभी B12 हम इधर से इधर जा रहे हैं, so it will be x2 minus x1. पहले एग्जांपल में हमने इधर से इधर गया है, so x1 minus x2 था. So B12 into x2 dash minus x1 dash plus ये रह गया K12 plus K12 into x2 minus x1. So this is how we can write the equation, which is very, very easy. Once you transform this mechanical system into, say, nodal system, we can say, by using, of course, proper attention and rules, we can easily get these 2 equations here. As there are 2 nodes, there will be 2 equations. If there is only 1 node, there will be 1 equation. So now this is the mechanical system. What we have seen later on in earlier lecture, analogy. We'll use analogy of this mechanical system with the electrical system. So let's come here. We have a table. I'll go back to that once more, and then I'll come back here. So we have table for mechanical system analogous to the electrical system, and we can have force analogous to voltage or force analogous to current with this relation. Similarly, mass, damper, spring, linear displacement are analogous to LCR likewise, and charge and the flux. We'll be using this analogy, and you have to remember this analogy for, say, solving such kind of problem. I'll go back to the, so in this PPT, we have equations, two equation, as there are two nodes using Newton's law. Later on, I will be focusing on force voltage analogy. Look, in this presentation, to bring most of the things on single PPT, I have used say one PPT for all diagrams, all equation. But while writing into the university paper, if it, of course the theoretical paper, then you have to write it step by step. Now you can write here. This is the equation m1 x1 double dot plus b1 x1 dot plus k1 x1 plus b12 x1 dot minus x2 dot plus k12 x1 minus x2 is equal to 0. So we'll focus on this equation, first equation. Okay, so here m is replaced by L in force voltage, that is FV analogy, and x1, that is displacement, is replaced by charge. So you can see L1 Q1 double dot, then B1 is replaced by R1 resistance, damper is replaced by resistance, and again displacement by charge. So accordingly it is changed, analogous. So this equation is analogous to this. Then 1 by C into Q1 plus B12 is converted into, of course, analogous to R12 into Q1 dash minus Q2 dash. K12 is analogous to 1 by C12 into Q1 minus Q2 is equal to 0. So it is equal to 0. So this is the first equation. We have used analogy rule and convert it into FV analogy. Then another equation you can see force in FV, of course it is the name F to V, force to voltage. So force is converted into F. I'll go by this direction. Then again M2 by L2, B2 by R2, B12 by R12, K12 by 1 by C12. So this is how we have converted this equation into the voltage analogy. Now in this, whenever we are working with force voltage, you please remember there is one force voltage and another is force current. So in force voltage, number of displacements are 2. You can see number of displacements are 2. So there will be 2 loops respectively, L1 and L2, whatever you may write, interchange the name L1 this and L2 this, no worry about that. So you have 2 loops, and in force current there will be 2 voltage nodes. Okay, so here we can have analogous circuit for this mechanical system. You can see here is force, so I'll be writing V is the force. Then I want 2 loops, so then I have B1, sorry, B2, M2. So B2 is replaced by what? B2 is replaced by R2, and M2 is replaced by L2. So M2 is replaced by L2. Then you can see these two between 2 nodes, that is B12 and K12. So यहाँ पे देखो पैरेलल का सीरीज होता है और सीरीज का पैरेलल होता है. So you can see M1, M2 and B2 and F are in parallel. So we have connected these 3 components in series. Later on here loop 1 to loop 2 जाना है. So B12 and K12 are in parallel. So we have B12 किस में convert हुआ है? Let's see that. B12 is converted into R12. So this is R12, and K12 is converted into what? K12, let's see. K12 is converted into 1 by C12. यहाँ पे थोड़ा लिखते वक्त गड़बड़ हो गया है. It will be of course 1 by C12. So this is the middle part, that is B12 and K12, and later on there will be again one loop due to displacement x1. So in this loop we have B1, K1 and M1. So B1 is replaced by R1. Then another is K1 is replaced by C1, and M1 is replaced by L1. So this is how, if you apply KVL into this circuit, even if you don't have, say, this equation, analogous equation आपने convert नहीं किया है suppose, and if you apply KVL, you will get similar equation. For loop 1 you will get one equation, for loop 2 you will get another equation. Let's see the FI. FI analogy. So force current analogy. The same circuit, same equations. I'll not repeat mechanical equations here. Same equations are there for this circuit, but analogy is force current. So I'll be referring force to current rule. So here you can see, as there are two displacement, current है तो नोड की बात आती है, और वोल्टेज है तो लूप की बात आती है. सो जितने डिस्प्लेसमेंट है उतने लूप इन FV, वैसे ही इन FI जितने डिस्प्लेसमेंट है उतने नोड्स फॉर डाइवर्टिंग द करंट. एंड हियर द सर्किट रिमेन सेम, पैरेलल है तो पैरेलल ही रहेगा. सो यू कैन सी हियर X1 I have node N1, X2 I have node N2, reference node here, so I will say this is the ground or say reference node. Then after convert as it is, here Fi may M1 is converted into C1, B1 is converted into 1 by R1, K1 is converted into 1 by L1. So similarly you can see here M1 to C1, 1 by C1 we can say, then K1 1 by L1, B1 is resistance. B1 is nothing but what? Friction in mechanical terms, and resistance opposition to the flow of current. It is also kind of what? It is a kind of friction to the current, opposition to the current. Then what is spring? Mass stores energy. So this is capacitor also stores energy. What is this? K1, it stores potential energy, it stores magnetic energy, this one, और say charge, ये charge store करता है C1, electrical charge, and this stores magnetic charge. So we have done with this part. Another between X1 and X2 is nothing but N1 and N2 now. We have B12 replaced by R12, friction है तो resistance है, then K12 replaced by L12. Of course in the equation we have 1 by L12 and 1 by R12. Then this part between X2 is nothing but N2 now. We have force converted into current in the same direction. B2 is a friction converted into 1 by R2, and M2. What about M2 here? M2 is converted into C2. So M2 is converted into C2. So this is how we can have force to current analogy, and of course we'll get these equations if we apply KCL to this circuit. So this is all about the physical systems and their rules, their analogies we have seen. Now the next, that is the fresh topic that we'll start, that is the block diagram representation of the system. Before that, any question from your end? Am I audible? Is PPT visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So please listen now, because this is the new topic, block diagram reduction. While learning this topic, it seems to be very easy to understand, but there are several rules quite difficult to remember. So if you are working on this, you have to practice this several times. You have to remember the rules of conversion. Therefore, put your attention. So the block diagram. Why block diagram? Because there, till the time we have seen very small system, but there might be some complex system where we have main system as well as subsystem blocks, and if you want to visualize that, it may be very huge or complex. That's why we have to reduce that. We'll see some theory about a block diagram. Block diagram motivation: how to visualize a complex system with many components. As I said, how to understand the flow and transformation of signal in a complex system. बहुत बड़ी सिस्टम है, बहुत सारे ब्लॉक्स है, किधर से क्या जा रहा है, फ्लो वगैरह अंडरस्टैंड करना, इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. एंड ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन इज ऑल्सो रिक्वायर्ड. ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन मीन्स वट एवर वी डिड अर्लियर, इम्पल्स रिस्पॉन्स देखा है, स्टेप रिस्पॉन्स देखा है, कन्वर्ट करते हैं बहुत सारी चीजें. सो एक कॉम्प्लेक्स सिस्टम में कैसे करना है, दैट्स व्हाई ब्लॉक डायग्राम रिप्रेजेंटेशन इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. हाउ टू फाइंड ट्रांसफर फंक्शन ऑफ कॉम्प्लेक्स सिस्टम. बहुत बड़े सिस्टम में ट्रांसफर फंक्शन कैसे निकालेंगे? द आंसर इज ब्लॉक डायग्राम रिप्रेजेंटेशन and its reduction technique. What is a block diagram of a system? In short, it is a shorthand pictorial representation of system which depicts each functional component or subsystem, flow of signal from one subsystem to another. ये दो चीजें जो रिफ्लेक्ट करता है, that is called block diagram. Block diagram provides simple representation of complex system. Block diagram enables calculating the overall system transfer function provided the transfer function of each component or subsystem are known. जब भी हमारे पास बहुत सारे complex system है where there are several subsystem, अगर हमें subsystem के transfer function पता है, then we can compute the transfer function of complex system. Now, what are the components of block diagram? Block diagram have four components. One is blocks to represent a component or subsystem. This is the block. GS represent the transfer function of this system. Then arrow to represent the direction of flow of signal. You can see U of S is one of the arrow. Y of S is the output. It shows the output direction. U of S is the input showing into the input direction. Another is the summing point to represent the summation of two or more signal. Of course, if I have two inputs, U1 and U2 of S, then this summing point denotes that I have plus sign here, I have minus sign here. This is very basic that you know. Then output Y of S will be U of S, U1 of S minus U2 of S. So summing point is also one of the component. And the takeoff point to represent the branching of the signal. Whenever we need a branching, like you have UFS, but you wanted to use this UFS somewhere else, you may have takeoff point. Summing point and takeoff point is different. Please remember. If you are using similar signal somewhere else, so you will be using takeoff point. And if you are doing some mathematical operation like plus minus, you will be using summing point. Then, what is a block diagram? We'll have a simple example to understand it. I have Vi of t, RC circuit, V of t here, current I of t is passing through. Of course, in this PPT, I'm not going into the KVL, KCL. If you apply KVL here, you will get complete, say, rules. You will be converted into the Laplacian domain and you will be getting the system G of S is equal to V of S upon Vi of S. And that comes, if you do that rules here, it is not necessary. It is 1 plus 1 upon 1 plus SRC. So you'll get this. But instead of drawing this complete system, electrical system, we may represent this system into the block diagram like this. I have a system where Vi of S is the input, V of S is the output, and inside that there is a transfer function 1 over 1 plus SRC. So this is simple block diagram representation of the given system. Very simple to understand. I took very simple example. Then typical block diagram forms. अभी ये हमने एक सिंगल ब्लॉक देखा है. There might be multiple blocks connected in several fashions. So we'll see those fashions are nothing but the forms. So one is a cascaded is nothing but series. सभी डब्बे एक लाइन से लगे हैं ट्रेन के जैसे. That is a series form. Component or subsystem are connected in series. Each have its own transfer function. Overall transfer function is the product of individual transfer function. This is one of the rule that you have to remember as well. So I have u of s is the input. In between we have g1 of s one system, g2 of s second system, g3 of s third system, connected in series like shown in the diagram. Each one will have individual output, that is y1 of s for g1 of s, y2 of s for g2 of s, y of s for g3 of s. So if you find the overall transfer function, if you go one by one, like y1 of s upon u of s, y2 of s upon u2 of s, y3 of s upon u3 of s, you will get individual transfer function, that is g1, g2 and g3 of s. And whenever you go for the overall transfer function, that is output y of s divided by input u of s, is nothing but the complete transfer function, and will be, if it is cascaded or series form, you will be getting product of all these subsystems into the block diagram. So g1 of s into g2 of s into g3 of s is the product. Another form is the parallel form. Components or subsystems of system are connected in parallel. Overall transfer function is sum of individual transfer function. यहाँ पे product हुआ था. Here will be sum. You can see u of s is the input, which is parallelly given to three systems, that is g1, g2 and g3 of s, and they are bring to one summing point where a plus sign is shown, you can see, and the output of summing point is y of s, is the addition of all g1, g2 and g3. So g of s will be y of s upon u of s, will be g1 of s plus g2 of s plus g3 of s. So this is what summation, and this is the product. So these are the two forms. Another form is feedback. I just wanted to point out the difference between parallel and feedback. Okay, so in parallel you can see the flow of direction of the arrow is same. लेफ्ट से निकल रहा है, पहले सिस्टम से गया राइट पे चला गया पूरा, सेकंड सिस्टम से लेफ्ट से निकला है, इट इज गोइंग टुवर्ड्स राइट. प्लीज मेक योर अटेंशन. एंड थर्ड के लिए भी राइट से निकला है, सॉरी लेफ्ट से निकला है, इट इज गोइंग टुवर्ड्स राइट. So this direction of arrow is same. It is not a loop, it is a parallel form, because most of the student may get confused here while solving the problem. During solving the problem, I will say, remember, I will bring this concept again to you. So here another form is the feedback form. Now you can see, first of all I will talk about the feedback form in comparison with parallel form. Your u of s is the arrow input which is going into the system, going towards y of s, but another block which is connected has, we are taking this signal and bringing back into the input. So this is a kind of loop. I'll erase the first thing. This is the kind of loop. Signal started here and going back into the input. So whenever there is a loop, it is a feedback form, not a parallel form. Some feedback form and parallel form, someone may get confused whenever there will be huge system to reduce. Okay, so here feedback form, one component is represented in feedback loop on another component. We may write equations like this. You can see u of s, here is the summing point, plus and minus, generate error signal e of s given to the g of s, y of s is the output, feedback to the h of s, which is feedback component, and output of this will be of course y of s into h of s will be fed back to this. Let's go through the analysis of this. I'll write equation for y of s. Y of s is nothing but g of s into e of s. Y of s is nothing but g of s into e of s. So this multiply by this is nothing but y of s. Then we'll write e of s. What is e of s? E of s is nothing but addition of u of s and y of s into h of s. Here is a summing point. So thereby e of s के जगह पे मैंने लिखा है e of s minus y of s into h of s. Then separate that y of s is equal to g of s into u of s minus g of s into y of s into h of s. Separating those y of s का टर्म इधर लिया है y of s plus g of s y of s h of s equal to g of s into e of s. Taking y of s common, it will be 1 plus g of s उसका multiplier into h of s will be equal to g of s upon u of s. Taking the output upon input, here output is y of s and input is u of s. So output is y of s upon u of s will be equal to g of s upon 1 plus g of s into h of s. So this is the transfer function of the feedback form. You can see you will find the feedback form in this pattern only, this in which the denominator is nothing but a characteristic equation. So look at the form g of s upon 1 plus g of s into h of s. So these are the different forms of the block diagram. We have seen the block diagram, what is importance of block diagram, what are the different forms, why the block diagrams are used. Now we'll move to the block diagram reduction techniques. So complex system है, बहुत सारे subsystems है, we have to reduce this to understand the system. We'll bring that into the single block, the relationship between output and input. Now I have one example here. I have number of coins. I hope it is visible at your end.
Yes, sir.
Yes, लेना नहीं है इसमें से एक भी रुपया. Okay. Now, how will you count this? How will you count this? Of course, very easy. I'll not ask the question. You will separate this. 5k coins different, 10k coins difference, 2, 1 likewise. You will see the number of counts there and you will add on then and you will get a final count. This will be the simplest technique, right? You will reduce the effort. नहीं तो 1 रुपया बाद में 2 रुपये बाद में 5 फिर से 54 58. So it will be very complicated to count. Instead, we group them. Possible, how many possible groups are there? We'll group them and accordingly we'll have total of group and then means of course we'll say that subsystem. 5 का जो भी bunch बना है that is one of the subsystem. 2 का जो भी bunch बना है that is subsystem. Group them, add on them and then the final count. And that will be of course the accuracy will be of course more. Then block diagram reduction technique के बारे में we'll have some theory. Block diagram reduction refers to simplification of block diagram of a complex system through certain rearrangement. This is very important. कैसे भी reduce नहीं करना है. There is a set of rules as I mentioned in previous coin wala example that we'll separate as per the group and then we'll count. So with certain arrangement we will reduce. Simplification enables the easy calculation of overall transfer function of the system. Simplification done by certain rules called rules of block diagram algebra. ये हमें rules use करने हैं. All these rules are derived by simple algebraic manipulation, the equation representing the block. We'll see the rules first and then we'll directly go to the example of this. Now, rules of block diagram reduction, nothing but rules of block diagram algebra. One is combining blocks in cascade. We have seen this. U is the input, G1 is the system. Output will be U into G1, which is input to G2, and output will be U into G1, G2. So finally, you may write here U in single block G1 into G2. That output will be U into G1, G2. You can see the output does not affect here because we have already seen this is the cascade form. We just make the product of subsystem. Then combining blocks in parallel. So arrow direction you can see here is the same for going through the blocks. So here U, so here what will be the output here? It will be UG1. Here output will be UG2. And if we add them together and taking U common, it will be U into G1 plus G2. And of course, if I write this U in bracket G1 plus G2 and output will be U into G1 plus G2. So the aim is final output should be same, whatever the block diagram algebra you are using. Next is eliminating a feedback loop. So feedback loop हमारे पास है. You can see it is a loop. Arrow direction is this, going back to the input as we have already derived using certain equation, and we got what? U into G upon 1 plus minus GH क्यों लिखा है? If H is positive, then it will be minus GH, and if H is negative, then it will be plus GH. So here what we can do, just input U in a single block. We may write whatever is the feedback function that we have seen earlier, G upon 1 plus minus plus GH, and final form will be same. These two will be same. So what is this? The eliminating the feedback loop. अगर कहीं पे बहुत सारे बड़े ब्लॉक डायग्राम में फीडबैक लूप आता है, उसे गायब करना है, तो you may represent that complete loop by a single block by representing the feedback equation here, whatever we obtain. अगर H feedback component अगर positive है, sign will be negative. If feedback component is negative, then sign will be positive. Interchanging the summing point. Somewhere you might be getting two summing points, a summing point say this one and summing point 2, and there is need to interchange them together. ऐसी जरूरत आती है. So you can see A and B is the input to first summing point, where output will be A plus minus B as per the signs here, and another C is added there or subtracted. So final output is A plus minus B plus minus C. So if you interchange this, nothing will happen. I took A with C first, and later on I added B into the result, and final will get the similar. That is A plus minus C plus minus B is nothing but A plus minus B plus minus C. Then there is need of moving summing point after a block. यहाँ पे summing point है, हमें यहाँ पे लाना है, ये भी हमें need है whenever we are working on block diagram reduction. So let's see the output. Output क्या है first block का? U1 is the input, UT is the another input. It is U1 in U1 plus minus U2, and into G1 is the final output. ये output affect नहीं होना चाहिए. So what we did, I have U1, I have G, so output will be U into G, U1 into G, और ये जो है ये move किया है मैंने यहाँ पे. So move करने के बाद output change होना चाहिए. So it is U into G. So what I will do, I will add one another signal क्योंकि U2 को हम forget नहीं कर सकते. That is U2, one subsystem here, that is G, and added and subtracted. So here output will be what? It will be U1G plus minus U2G. Taking G common, it will be G into U1 plus minus G. You can see the output does not affect, even though we use setup rules and we change the summing point or move the summing point after a block. Block के बाद लिया है. Another rule is moving summing point ahead of the block. So original diagram is this. I have here after है उसे ahead लाना है. Let's see the equation. U into G, U1 into G plus minus U2 plus minus U2. Output is U1 into G plus minus U2. ये same रहना चाहिए. I wanted to move this ahead of the block. So what we did here, अगर मैं यहाँ पे ले आता हूँ, then U1 is the input, of course. There is a summing point. I took it ahead of the block. Then U2 भी चाहिए हमें. So U2, and I'll use function 1 by G because my final equation will be U1 plus minus U2 by G. because this G factor is multiplying to this now after passing through. So finally, if multiplied, it will be U1G, and U2 by G को multiply करने के बाद G get cancel. It will be plus minus U2. So you can see here the output remains same. So ये first इसमें क्या है, जैसे को वैसे ब्लॉक हम इधर ले सकते हैं, but जब ahead लेना है then we'll be using 1 by G. You have to remember this. Next, take off point. Moving take off point after block. यहाँ पे है take off point, मुझे यहाँ पे लेना है. I wanted to shift this here. First see the output and input relationship. Here is U1 passing through G. Output is U1G. हमें ये output चाहिए. And इधर एक U1 भी चाहिए जो कि somewhere we are using. So let's see. First मैंने इसे निकाल ही दिया है. So U1 into G, output remains same, that is U1G. मैंने लेकिन take off point यहाँ से लिया है. So I don't want U1G. I want only U1. So I will be using one inverse block, that is 1 by G passing through U1G. अगर इसमें से जाता है G gets cancel and you will be getting only U1. So take off point का output भी, I'll erase the ink. Take off point का output जो है is same, and main output of the system is also same. So that doesn't affect if we use this set of rule. Moving takeoff point ahead of the block. So here is the takeoff point. I wanted to move it ahead of the block here. So let's see, U1 is the passing through system G. So output is U1G. You may take it same. U1 is passing through G. Output is U1G. So this is same. Only we have to think of what this takeoff point. ये takeoff point लिया है, एक block लगा दिया है. My output must be U1 of G. और U1 of G लाने के लिए ये क्या है, यहाँ पे अगर सोचे तो this portion, this is only U1. अगर मैं यहाँ पे बात कर रहा हूँ, this is only U1. उसके साथ G चाहिए, so I will use one system here, G, and it will be U1 of G. So these all 8 rules of block diagram algebra you have to remember logically, or maybe you maybe fixed it in your mind. So we'll be having 1 or 2 example on this, and we'll finish this lecture before 12 o'clock. So analysis of single input, single output system. I have a complex system which is only single input, which has single input and single output. Later on we'll be seeing, we'll be looking at multiple input and multiple output. So single input and single output. First numerical on BDR, that is block diagram reduction. Let's see the system. Is it complex? Of course it is complex. I have not mentioned any theory here what I did, but I will explain which rule we used here. So reduce the following block diagram into canonical or simple form and obtain the equivalent transfer function. This is the problem statement. May ask for 2-3 marks, 7-8 marks into the examination, if theory paper is there, of course. U of S is the input, Y of S is the output. So this is the block diagram. What do you see? First look at the block diagram completely. You have one cascade form, you have one parallel form, you have 3 summing points 1, 2 and 3. You have feedback. H आया तो feedback है. You have one feedback loop here, you have another feedback loop here, right? So everything you have, and you have to reduce this. So पहले जो है simple चीजें कन्वर्ट कर लेना है, एंड जो भी मुझे कन्वर्ट करना है, आई मेड वन से rectangle across it. First of all, I will be converting these two because this is very easy. So G1 and G2 in what cascade or series form, they will be having product, and G4 and G3 is in parallel form, they will be added together, and we may replace this by sum and this by product in a single block. Let's do that. Just I want to discuss something. Am I going fast? Are you able to understand? Is it okay with you? Please reply, 1 or 2 candidate.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, because this PPTs will be uploaded shortly after the lecture, so it will be ready for reference, your reference, and the video will be also uploaded, so you may refer it later on if you forget certain concepts. Okay, so we'll be converting these two blocks. So parallel form is converted into the addition, that is summation G3 plus G4, and this cascade form converted into product, that is G1, G2. Now you please see, you cannot directly work on the outer circle here. You cannot directly work on this part and this part, means G1, G2 वाला and G3, G4 वाला. You cannot. So first जो minimize कर सकते हैं उसे करो. So I made one. आपके PPT जो भी आपको मिलेगा study material इसके PDF उसमें ये रहेगा. So you please look at this. And what is this? Is it parallel form or feedback?
Feedback.
It is feedback. So we will be reducing this block using feedback rule. Please check the sign. Here it is a minus sign. Here it is a minus sign and here H1 has no sign. दोनों को sign रहे तो भी अपने को थोड़ा ध्यान देना पड़ता है. I'll reduce. How to reduce? This minus और वो वाला minus, इसका minus जो आएगा that will get plus. So finally it will be, system क्या है हमारा G1 G2 और feedback क्या है H1. So the final form will be G1 G2 डिवाइड बाय, थोड़ा मैं यहाँ पे लगाता हूँ शायद मार्किंग दिख नहीं रही, G1 G2 डिवाइड बाय 1 प्लस G1 G2 into H1. So we have reduced this block. We have reduced this block. Now you can see this block in cascade with G3 and G4 का addition. So I will be reducing this part now. Very simple. If you say pay attention and say just presence of your mind, the block diagram reduction के जो है marks, that only kills time, but you will get complete marks if you say pay attention towards. So you can see this is what cascade, and if it is cascade, they will be what? A product. So here product of this, so I made this product G1 G2 into G3 plus G4 divided by 1 plus G1 G2 into H1. And now final form you can see. Is it feedback or parallel? H है, उससे आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हैं. H के जगह सपोज किसी ने और भी दे दिया लेटर, तो भी लूप देखना है, इनपुट में जा रहा है वापस इधर आ रहा है एरो, so that is a feedback. So we'll be using feedback equation here again. Let's see the sign. Here it is a plus and इसका जब feedback form में आएगा it will be minus. So bottom में denominator में there will be minus sign. So you can see you have system क्या है, this one. Let me erase the ink. System is this. So complete system into the numerator divided by 1 plus system into feedback component. So you can see the complete system here, G1 G2 into G1 G3 plus G4 divided by 1 plus G1 G2 into H1 divided by 1 minus, here minus sign you can see, 1 minus the system, that is G1 G2 into G3 plus G4 divided by 1 plus G1 G2 H1 multiply by feedback factor of this second part, that is H2. Hence your transfer function, that is final step लिखना बाकी है अभी, ये तो हमने system दिखा है, reduce हो गया है, it is reduced to single block and I have a final equation. Y of s upon u of s will be your transfer function. So writing equation for y of s upon u of s is same, इसमें जो है वो लिख दिया है, उसे थोड़ा simplify किया है, simplify it as much as you can. Okay, जहाँ पे भी आपको ज्यादा confusion हो रहा है मिनिमाइजेशन में छोड़ दो वहीं पे आंसर को, लेकिन try it. Okay, so this is the final form of the reduction, that is G1 G2 into G3 plus G4 upon 1 plus G1 G2 H1 minus G1 G2 G into G3 plus G4 into H2. Very simple. Moving to the next numerical, as we have 10 minutes more and then we'll stop. Numerical 2. You can look at the diagram. You can look at the diagram. ये पहला वाला, okay? This is not complete. Bottom में जो diagram है, that is the simplification. So you can see there are 3 summing point. Please remember the signs here. नहीं sign नहीं दिया है मैंने, that means it is plus, और minus का sign मैंने यहाँ पे दिया है. 3 summing points, then 2 systems G1 and G2, H1 and H2 है, इसलिए 2 feedback. So we'll be working on this feedback loop. Can we? Yes, directly. अगर आपको 3 component direct दिख रहे हैं, ये अकेला कंपोनेंट जैसे जिस पे हम वर्क कर सकते हैं, जहाँ पे ये पूरा लूप है G1 G2 सॉरी G1 G2 H2 एंड ये समिंग ब्लॉक. सो हाउ टू राइट, यहाँ पे माइनस साइन है, H2 का माइनस साइन, दैट विल गेट इनटू प्लस. सो दिस ब्लॉक इज कन्वर्टेड हियर like G2 by 1 plus G2 H1 H2. Then this is the simplified form now. इसमें क्या कर सकते हैं, ये दोनों पे हम वर्क ही नहीं कर सकते बिकॉज दिस टू आर से इन बिटवीन. दिस इज नॉट कंप्लीट लूप क्योंकि ये बीच में आ गया है. सो विल नॉट वर्क ऑन दिस. सो विल ट्राई टू शिफ्ट दिस टेक ऑफ पॉइंट. ये जो टेक ऑफ पॉइंट है विल शिफ्ट इट टू द आफ्टर द ब्लॉक. ये टेक ऑफ पॉइंट मैं यहाँ लेके आऊंगा सो दैट लूप कंप्लीशन हमारा पॉसिबल होगा एंड वी कैन हैव कैस्केडेड फॉर्म ऑफ दिस G1 एंड G2 वाला सिस्टम. Okay. So what is rule for that? We applied rules here. You please make a printout whenever I will upload and get it ready for solving the problem. Now ये मूव किया है तो क्या करना है हमें, आफ्टर ब्लॉक वाला मूव किया है. आफ्टर ब्लॉक के लिए हमें जो भी सिस्टम है वो H1 को डिवाइड कर देना है. सो आई मूव्ड, यहाँ पे जो पॉइंट था हियर, आई मूव्ड इट हियर एंड चेंजेस जो भी H1 था, H1 को मैंने ये सिस्टम से डिवाइड कर दिया है G2 by 1 plus G2 H2. Now you can see where we can work. We can work on this part because G1 and G2 वाला function जो है they are in cascade. Just make a product. So I made a product G1 G2 divided by 1 plus G2 H2. Now you can see one single line is here with arrow backward. So this is not again parallel form. This is complete loop. You can see arrow direction अगर देखे तो you will have flow like this. So complete loop. But यहाँ पे H factor नहीं है, feedback factor. And अगर नहीं है, that is what unity feedback. That is unity feedback. So we will be working on this block. फीडबैक रूल यूज करके. आप बोलोगे H नहीं दिख रहा है सर वहां पे, फिर भी आप फीडबैक रूल लगा रहे हो. देयर इज अ लूप बट फीडबैक फैक्टर इज यूनिटी. सो आई विल बी वर्किंग ऑन दिस. सो व्हाट विल बी द रिडक्शन? रिडक्शन विल बी सिस्टम. सिस्टम क्या है? सिस्टम इज G1 G2 upon 1 plus G2 H2. So here in numerator G1 G2 upon 1 plus G2 H2 divide by 1 plus H नहीं है, H is 1 now. H दिखाया नहीं इसका मतलब. So same G1 G2 upon 1 plus G2 H2 into H रहता है, but here unity feedback है इसलिए H value is 1. So now I reduce this. यानी ये दो कंपोनेंट यहाँ पे प्रीवियस डायग्राम में जो है ये वाला, ये पूरा का पूरा सिंगल सिस्टम से हमने बदल दिया है. Now coming to the reduction, I have this system. Let's see, is it a parallel form or feedback? So of course, arrow is going inside, coming back, going through the feedback and going into the summing point. So it is what? Of course, it is a loop. It is a loop. So have a feedback system. We'll be using the feedback. So what we'll do? We'll use this complete term divide by 1 plus, ये माइनस साइन है तो इधर प्लस हो जाएगा, 1 plus complete system multiply by feedback. So finally we'll be having this. इस पे वर्क कर रहे हैं फीडबैक में जो हम अभी बात की है. So feedback में माइनस साइन है, so it will be plus here. So you can see in y of s and u of s वाला जो सिंगल ब्लॉक सिस्टम यहाँ पे दिया है, here in numerator I have system, this system G1 G2 upon 1 plus G2 H2 plus G1 G2 divide by 1 plus sign due to this minus and इसको भी plus है, so it will be plus into system as it is. I'll not read it again. Into the feedback का जो function है that H1 into 1 plus G2 H2 divided by G2. Try to minimize this. Try to minimize this. After minimizing, you'll get a transfer function y of s upon u of s will be g1 g2 divided by 1 plus g2 h2 plus g1 g2 plus g1 h1 plus g1 g2 h1 h2. Put it into single block, show input and output whatever is given, and here this is the final output. So I think we shall stop here. We have seen the force voltage and force current analogy. Later on we have seen block diagram representation. It's important for complex system. Block diagram reduction algebra rules. Then forms of the block diagram, components of the block diagram, and finally two numericals on the block diagram reduction technique for SISO, single input, single output signal system. I have several numericals ahead, but due to the time limitation, we'll stop here. So thank you very much. If you have any question related, you have 2-3 minutes to ask. Else, I'll stop the lecture. Yes, any questions at your end? Okay, I think there is no question from your end. Thank you very much. You may leave the meeting.